All right, so today we're taking a deep dive into some personal data, and this time it's all about body weight and someone's journey with tracking it over time.
Sounds intriguing. What kind of data are we looking at?
We've got daily weight measurements for a full 3 months, January 1st to March 31st, 2025. All thanks to Ang's blog, Notes on Dieting, Part 55. Our listeners sent this in specifically because they're fascinated by personal data and they want to understand how to get those aha moments from looking at their own stuff.
So we're basically doing a case study here, trying to extract those key insights about weight fluctuations, overall trends, and how Aang reflected on what they were seeing in the numbers.
Exactly. We're taking a shortcut to understanding how to look at this kind of tracking. So let's jump right in. What's the big picture here?
Okay, so Aang started January 1st at 68.05 kilograms and ended March 31st at 67.9 kilograms. So over those 3 months, that's just a tiny 0.15 kilogram difference. Overall, pretty stable, right?
Yeah, that's super consistent for 3 whole months. It kind of makes you think they were basically maintaining their weight the whole time. But I'm guessing if we zoom in, we'll see some more interesting stuff happening day to day.
Oh, definitely. January looks pretty steady, mostly around 68 kilograms with a few dips towards 67.5 kilograms, like a good baseline.
Hmm.
Then February gets a bit wilder, starts off dropping to about 67.1 kilograms early in the month, then shoots all the way up to 69.25 kilograms around mid-February.
Oh, that's a huge jump.
It is a significant peak, that's for sure.
So from the lowest point in January, that's like a 2.65 kilogram swing. And Aang actually mentions in their blog that this was due to upping their carbohydrate intake, which is interesting, right? Because it shows you how dietary changes can really correlate with those short-term weight shifts.
Yeah, exactly. Correlation doesn't always equal causation, but seeing that kind of association in your own tracking can be super insightful. And then after that peak in February, the weight gradually goes back down. March is more like a slow dance between 67 and 68 kilograms with a slight upward trend towards the end of the month.
Okay, so even though the overall trend is super stable, there are definitely these mini waves happening within each month. What did Aang take away from all this daily data collection?
Well, they highlighted a couple of things that they wanted to refine. First off, Aang realized that being consistent with the timing of their weigh-ins was important, like always doing it after the bathroom and before any food or drink. So for anyone tracking their weight, this emphasizes that even small variables can create noise in your data.
Makes total sense. I mean, even just the amount of water you've had can make a difference.
Exactly. And Aang also stressed that it's crucial to look beyond just the weight number and consider other lifestyle factors like what you're eating, how well you're sleeping, stress levels, all that stuff. So it's really a reminder that weight is just one piece of the puzzle when it comes to your overall health.
Right, you got to zoom out and look at the whole picture.
Mm.
And speaking of zooming out, Aang mentioned that they track their weight quarterly and even yearly. They've got a graph going back to 2021, so they're looking at long-term trends.
Yeah, totally. Those longer trends give you a much clearer idea of your progress than just focusing on the day-to-day fluctuations. And Aang actually had a great quote about this in their post. They said, "You can't manage what you don't measure," which I thought was super powerful. Like it emphasizes the importance of consistent tracking as a way to make informed decisions.
Absolutely. But Aang also acknowledged that not everything that affects our bodies can be easily measured. They talked about those intangible and unquantifiable factors.
Yeah, there's always more to the story than just the numbers, right?
Right. So essentially what we've learned from this deep dive into Aang's data is that even seemingly simple daily weigh-ins can reveal interesting patterns and potentially highlight links between our lifestyle choices and our weight. And consistent tracking combined with looking at other factors in our lives can lead to some really valuable insights over time.
Totally.
I think this really makes you think about what other seemingly small pieces of data you could be tracking in your own life, like your sleep or your daily steps, and what kind of patterns would emerge if you really looked at them consistently over time.
Yeah, and also what are those hidden things, those unquantifiable factors that might be influencing those patterns? It's something to consider for sure.
Definitely food for thought for our listeners.
Uh-huh.
And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive. Thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure.